Eating disorders are about more than food. They're complex mental health conditions that affect a person's sense of worth and self-esteem and can take a serious toll on his or her physical health. Binge eating disorder, or BED, is one that's more common than you might think. In fact, in a survey across 14 countries, almost 2% of people experienced binge eating disorder. And although all eating disorders deserve attention, in this study, binge eating disorder was more prevalent than bulimia in virtually all countries. One thing all eating disorders have in common is that they seriously disrupt eating behavior. Individuals with anorexia nervosa often go to great lengths to maintain a low body weight, often by drastically limiting how much they eat or by exercising to excess. Their perception of themselves is often skewed, so they may feel overweight even when they're not. By comparison, those living with bulimia nervosa often binge or eat large amounts of food, then purge or get rid of that food, often by vomiting or using laxatives. So rather than limiting what food goes into their bodies, they control how food leaves their bodies. Importantly, just because a person may sometimes binge eat, that doesn't mean they have binge eating disorder. So where exactly does binge eating disorder fit in? You can think of binge eating disorder as a repetitive cycle of eating and distress. While its exact cause is unknown, binge eating disorder may have origins in the nervous system, which is designed to process information and mediate behavior. Possible triggers include social stress, restrictive diets, negative feelings towards food or one's body, and boredom. But what differentiates binge eating disorder from other eating disorders we've already looked at? For starters, with binge eating disorder, no actions are taken to undo or make up for the effects of binging, like vomiting or overexercising, as with bulimia. And interestingly, binge eating disorder affects men and women more equally than bulimia tends to. Now, what exactly counts as an episode of binging? These incidents involve eating very large amounts of food with a sense of lack of control. Much more food than most would eat in a similar time period or situation. And these episodes don't just happen on Thanksgiving or at buffet dinners. They occur on a regular basis. But how often is regular? The episodes must occur at least once a week for 3 months before the behavior can be considered recurring and not just occasional. How can you learn to recognize binge eating disorder? Well, symptoms might include eating extremely fast, eating until you're uncomfortably full, eating without actually being hungry, eating alone due to embarrassment, or feeling depressed afterwards. In fact, feelings of shame, guilt, or disgust after eating are quite common, causing a great amount of distress. And those living with binge eating disorder may hide their behavior due to shame, even from their doctors and loved ones, but they don't have to. Recognizing binge eating disorder is the first step to getting help. If you think you or someone you know might have binge eating disorder, you can always ask a healthcare professional or reach out to patient organizations or support groups. They can lend an ear, help you understand what you're going through, and may be able to help you manage your condition. Learn to recognize binge eating disorder. There is help. To take action today, you can reach out to the following organizations.